many of us have lost our voices somewhat. So again, forgive me if I'm not at my most mellifluous. What happened last night was, I think, historic. Respect won seats from all three of the mainstream parties. We hold the balance of power in the city, unless Labour is going to form its administration on the somewhat shaky foundations of a councillor that they themselves have suspended, and they themselves have said they have been investigating for some considerable time. Because that's the only way that Labour can form an administration on their own. I refer to Councillor Imdad Hussain, see press cuttings Qasim. And that would be an extraordinarily reckless and irresponsible thing for Labour to do. And I urge them not to do it. If they do, we will relentlessly publicise it and campaign around it, and that will not be good for them, I promise them. So we have a situation now which, in a sense, is a grave problem for the city of Bradford. We have a situation where Labour and the Conservatives have ensured a no vote in the referendum for a directly elected mayor, even though both parties' national policy is to have directly elected mayors. It appears that they want directly elected mayors, except where we're around, because we might win them. But having effectively cheated the people of Bradford by having a policy nationally and a different policy here in Bradford for entirely partisan reasons, in civic terms, they have ensured that Bradford now has no leadership. Bradford now has no leader of the council because we defeated him, and Bradford has no majority control of the council. So that's going to be a very difficult situation. Now, we intend to behave responsibly. As I said from the beginning, we will use whatever strength we emerge from these elections with, judiciously and in the interests of the city, and we will not allow to pass anything that we consider to be bad for the city, and we will assist to pass anything that we judge to be good for the city. And of course we're ready to talk with others about how that might happen in a practical and a day-to-day basis. But we now have very uncertain political times in Bradford. Again, I say, thanks to Labour and the Conservatives' betrayal over the directly elected mayor's position. We believe that Labour's complacent arrogance and abandonment of their traditional values and many of their traditional voters are what has led to this sorry past that they find themselves in today. Having performed very well in many parts of England where they had no alternative to the left of them, they have performed extremely badly in Bradford, where they had, if I may say so, quite formidable opponents to the left of them. And you don't need to be Professor John Curtis to work out the implications of that. So today we're going to celebrate, and over the weekend reflect, and on Monday we'll have more to say to the media about how we see the political landscape now in Bradford. Any questions that anyone has?
Mr. Galloway, yeah, can I just ask a quick question?
Can you identify yourself?
Yes, hello, Ian White from BBC Scotland. Just ask you about the campaign that's actually been running, and obviously politics can sometimes be a dirty business, can't it? I know that West Yorkshire Police are investigating the actions of some of your supporters actually out on the campaign trail. Today, David Ward MP, Bradford East, said that he complained to the police about harassment. I just wondered what you had to say about that?
Well, I would have guessed that you were from BBC Look North if you hadn't told me, because I hope you don't class that as harassment. I know you're a shrinking violet. Only BBC Look North, in the face of results that were achieved yesterday, could come up with that as their first question. It's a risible, laughable, pathetic question, and it's a risible, laughable and pathetic charge. If Mr. Ward has complained to the police, let's see what the police make of it.